Hi, Dennis Weiss. Welcome to our town. We're at Great Plains Theater. Thank you, Great Plains Theater, for letting us set up here with our camera. We're with Amanda Cormack, the Arts Council of Dickinson County.
Yes, sir.
And I'm so excited to get to talk to you, learn more about what the Arts Council is doing for the benefit of good in our community and all the fun things. So here's my leading into our conversation.
Okay.
We were at Eagle Communications, but also Dennis Weiss, so happy about Arts and Ales. Thought it was a great success.
Thank you.
And we sure want to help you do it again next year.
Thank you so much, Dennis. We were really pleased with how that went as well. And the turnout, the support from the community, the positive feedback that we got was all just really wonderful. So I think all the conversation now is about what can we do next year to make it better, to build on the feedback that we got and make an even bigger event next year.
We'll never have better weather because you can't get better weather than that.
It could not have been better. It was absolutely perfect.
Just warm enough to be warm, right? Made you feel like it was summer was right just around the corner, but just a little bit of breeze.
That's right. Not
perfect.
too windy.
So tell people that didn't come, don't know about it, what it was.
Okay, well, so Arts and Ales was the Arts Council's primary fundraiser in 2018. And what we did is we partnered with 311 Restaurant Downtown and their beer supplier, Dickinson's, to bring in local or Kansas breweries. 6 different Kansas breweries brought in their wares, and our folks, our supporters, could buy tickets to come in and unlimited sampling of those Kansas beers.
Little tiny glasses, but it was good.
Yes.
It was very good.
Well, I think the pours may have gotten bigger as the afternoon went on. But we also had some wonderful live music. We had the Serenity String Band, and we had the Santiago Brothers there, and then we had a ska band out of Lawrence called Page 7.
They were all good.
They were so good, and we are so grateful to Dickinson County Bank in particular for helping us stage that event, and for 311.
Yeah, thanks, Ted.
Thank you, Ted. I mean, really, we couldn't have done it without them. So we were very pleased by the turnout. I think that we have nothing but room to grow next year and make that an even bigger draw for the community.
Yeah. Every time we point this camera at somebody, you know, we're here to talk about what you're doing, but I always manage to insert this because this is why we're here with a camera. The economic value of your fun event for your fundraiser to the community of Abilene. Yes, there's a number out there somewhere, but it's bigger than anybody thinks because of what's possible next year and next year and next year and next year.
Right.
So thank you for the work that it took to do year 1. And man, are we looking forward to years 2 through 10.
Well, thank you. We are too. We are too.
Yeah.
We're excited to have the support of the community and businesses in and around Dickinson County to help ultimately support the arts, which is what we're here to do.
I want to tell the business people watching, downtown, that little streetscape that you set aside there, had a lot of millennials in it, had a lot of young people in it, had a lot of people you don't normally get to see walking up and down downtown.
Yeah.
And they were spending a day enjoying our community. So I don't know if they went anywhere else and bought anything else, but frankly, they left there with a memory of how good life is in Abilene, and that can't be replicated with money.
Well, and I was really pleased too and surprised to notice the number of folks who came when we opened the gate at 1 and they stayed the whole afternoon.
2 right here, the Weisses
I
did.
mean, that was just wonderful, and it was a good community gathering event. People had good conversation and connecting time, and I think we can't get too much of that. So
yeah, we had lunch at 311 and moved out into the street and had our little chairs up there and just spent all day.
Yes, that's right.
It was all afternoon. It was just terrific. Okay, so other things the Art Council is doing. I know you have a long list, but tell people who don't know, haven't heard of you, why you're an organization and what your mission is.
Thank you. Okay, so the Arts Council of Dickinson County has been around for about 40 years now, and the mission has always been to help support and encourage the arts of all kinds in Dickinson County. And we do that through education, we do that through public art installation, we do that through contests and other ways that people can participate in creating art and discovering the artist within themselves. And also showcasing local artists who live in Dickinson County and around Dickinson County and sharing their work with the community. I think that having an active arts community and presence here is part of what makes Abilene and Dickinson County such a quality place to live.
I would agree.
And having that access to arts education, music education, and of course, fans of Great Plains Theater know this too, what a value that is to those of us who are raising children here, that we can offer that to our kids. I just think that is such a jewel of a find for a community like ours.
I love Great Plains Theater. Said it on camera many times. They can see me here frequently. My wife ran it for a number of years and all of those things. But here's what I love more. I love how things get done in small town America. Partnerships that make things grow. So if the Arts Council, it's not some official thing. It's a group of people who have put a name on their love for the arts, and they work in partnership with each other and people in the community. You gave us a chance to help with Arts and Ales. Dickinson County Bank, Pinnacle, all of those people. Those are partnerships to make things grow. And I'm always been passionate about what small town America can compete with compared to large cities. We can be the best partnership organizations in the world if we choose to be.
That's right.
And if we do it, there isn't anything we can't accomplish.
That's right.
So proud of what we do, and the Arts Council. It's something that's been around for a while.
That's right.
Ever since I've been here, it's been around. But to watch you come up through and put on a major event like Arts and Ales, that's a step forward, Amanda.
Well, I'm excited by the momentum, and I'm excited by the possibilities. One of the things that we've done in the last year or two that I think is really a great opportunity for the Arts Council is that we were able to move into some space in the Sunflower Hotel in downtown Abilene. We have our office space there, and we also have a gallery space adjacent to that. So it's very visible, it's very public facing and accessible, and we have had art exhibits there in our gallery from local artists, several local artists since we've moved in there.
Just recently?
Joe Schwartz just recently. We have Andrea Furman is coming up in June. And then we've had Casey Callis, Bonnie Carricker, Mark Gilder, several others. Inga Bowe, we had some of her art there. And it was very well attended and supported. And I think the board of the Arts Council, the members of the Arts Council are so excited to have that visibility. It really does bring the arts front and center downtown in Abilene, and that's just where we want to be. Yeah,
that's perfect. When Elizabeth was the director here and put the little art opportunity in the foyer out there on the walkthrough, I just thought that was a great stroke for Abilene. And in partnerships, there's no reason that you guys and Great Plains can't make that part of the Arts Council's exhibit space. I think if my numbers are correctly, this institution brings about 30,000 people to town, you know. So holy mackerel, is that good for the arts? If we can, and Joe Swartz's work hung in there for a couple of months, you know, towards the end of last year. That is terrific for the arts, that exposure. And the young people who walk in and out for their young people programs here, what are we exposing them to? Your outreach on arts.
Well, and we have lots of opportunities for young people to take classes and learn and hone their art skills through the Arts Council. We have coming up this summer our Chaffee Bradshaw annual summer art class that takes place in our education space there in the Sunflower Hotel. And Andrea Furman is actually going to be our instructor for that this summer.
Very cool.
So we're looking forward to great things from that. She's very experienced in art education, and I think the kids will have a great time. That's for 4th graders through high schoolers, and enrollment for that is open now. So we hope that kids will come and check out what's available and spend some of that time in an air-conditioned space, exercising their brains and their creative skills.
And creating a lifetime opportunity to love something.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter your age.
I think it's not unusual for young people to hear that I'm not an artist, or they believe I'm not an artist, that's not something that I can do. But the reality is there's a little art inside all of us.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a safe place and an opportunity to kind of discover that and find what works and maybe build on it in the future.
So my oldest daughter is an art person.
Mm-hmm.
It's her profession. She teaches at Butler County Community College. Their art program, ceramics, is her focal thing. But I am the person that can't, I can hardly write my name. With my handwriting, people always say you should have been a doctor. But anyway, and I've always thought of myself as not an artist. So in New Hampshire, I was coaching basketball, and I got asked if I would substitute some school, training horses at the time. So anyway, sure. The ceramics class, I walk in. What am I going to contribute to a ceramics class? They were throwing pottery on the wheel. So I just told the kids, hey, I'm here to make sure things doesn't fly out the window, so do whatever it is you do. And I'm watching, and this looked like fun. I said, can you think I can try that? Well, sure, go ahead. You're the teacher, you can do whatever you want. So I got a little clump of clay that followed their instructions, put it on the wheel, made a little single flower vase over the next couple of days. Thought it was wonderful.
Yeah.
Hadn't touched a pottery wheel till last year when my daughter had an open house for the ceramics program at Butler, and I went down and I looked at those spinning wheels, and they sucked me right in. They were asking people from the crowd if they wanted to throw. So I did. And I looked up, and a shocked look on my daughter's face as she watched me make a little cup, right?
Oh, that's great.
It was terrific. So I'm buying. There's a little artist in all of us.
We can't get together with her in her program and bring some of that here. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it'd be terrific.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I told you this is going to go quick. So we've got to get through some of the things you want to talk about opportunity for the public and the things you're doing, so you know you have a list.
Well, a couple of things that are coming up here this summer. We're always out there at Symphony at Sunset. That's coming up here.
Right. June 2nd.
June 2nd, that's right. We have a children's activity tent there, which I know my children really appreciate, because after they've been running around, and I like to keep them somewhere somewhat central. So we always have a tent there with fun things for kids to do and keep them occupied so that they can be entertained and not feel like they have to sit still.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be there this year. Again, we'll be there. Another thing that we're introducing, well, we've had for a while violin lessons available, not just for kids, but for people of any age.
I remember that.
Who want to learn to play the violin.
Mm-hmm. Denise Blim?
Denise is not our instructor anymore. Carolyn Graves is our instructor. She's one of our board members, and she's been teaching violin for a very long time. Suzuki method is her instructional method, and we have a class of several different students of all ages, just over the whole gamut of ages who are learning to play. And we're so thankful for her and her skills and the joy that she brings to teaching that. Yeah. We also have new this summer, Sam Markley is going to be offering guitar lessons in our space.
Sam was on the stage at Arts and Ales for a little while.
That's right,
filled in some time there.
That's right. And he's a local talent. People know his name, and boy, are we so fortunate to have such exceptional talent here in this community. And so we're really looking forward to that, and again, making that instrument accessible to students of all ages. That's one of the things that Sam is good at, is gearing his instructional method to any level of ability. So we're looking forward to seeing that program take off.
You know, things that add beauty and peace to our society are valuable beyond what we can just pencil out real quickly. So you take a young person who's not involved in music and gets a chance to have violin lessons or guitar lessons here because of the Arts Council, and that changes their life and becomes part of their free time, if you will. If you stop and think about the value of that as compared to other choices in free time that aren't as positive, that math is pretty easy. But adding beauty and peace to somebody's life is incalculable.
I so
on
agree
the
with
change.
that. I so agree with that,
So
Dennis.
we want to say those things
because
it's pretty easy just to say guitar lessons or violin lessons or kids in a tent, you know, doing art. No. No, 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 no. This is world changing. These are the answers to many of the problems we see on the news every day.
Oh, I
really
think
is.
You're so right.
Really is. So,
Yes.
and Abilene, Kansas, we can control that, those outcomes by supporting ventures like the Arts Council Amanda Cormack is telling us about today.
Well, I also want to draw people's attention to some of the public art installations that have come up in the downtown area in the last year or two. The Community Foundation of Dickinson County has been a wonderful partner, an ongoing relationship with the Arts Council, helping us make those public art installations happen.
Yeah.
And our local artist William Counter has painted several murals in the downtown area that folks may have noticed. We've got one of Wild Bill Hickok that looks south over the railroad tracks, right there. And then we have also a Kansas State Centennial postage stamp on the side of Tossed and Sauced Pizza.
Yeah, I saw that. That's
used
terrific.
to be just a a big plywood wall, and
Yeah.
now it's got some art there, and we're really proud of that. His new mural is in the process of going up right now on 2nd and Cedar Street, right there on the side of that building. That's west facing, and those are based on buffalo stamps.
Oh my.
So I hope everybody will drive by and take a look at that. You know, you and I were talking before the camera started rolling about just looking around our community and seeing the canvases that are available, and some folks might not even notice that.
Right.
But one of the gifts, I think, of our executive director, Samantha Geisinger, is she has eyes for that. She'll look around the community and say, I see art there, I see a canvas, an opportunity there. And we're so lucky to have her in that role for the Arts Council. She's wonderful ideas and great vision, and we're really excited by what she brings to the table. So that public art installation is part of our vision ultimately to have a downtown art walk with a map, a guide that people can pick up maybe at the visitor center and walk around downtown. While they're seeing the businesses, they can also view the art and make that a part of their Abilene experience as well. You
know, we have a historic town, but people have heard me say on camera, every town in Abilene is historic because we were all formed at the same time right after Kansas became a state. Register of Deeds, patent dates, all the same in Kansas, so every town's historic. So what's a differentiator? It's what you do in your town. So I would like to think that 50 years from now, or 90 years from now, or 100 years from now, people can come to Abilene to see the historic art that was created now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I have a big vision for you.
I love that.
So, and it's not my original idea, it's really my wife's, but I co-opted it very quickly. So you came by it on your way in the elevators who are between here and the courthouse?
Yes.
They redid all the concrete a few years ago. They'll be there a long time now. Should that be a giant mural to the end of the Chisholm Trail or what?
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that, Dennis, because just this morning, and maybe it was Elizabeth who posted it on Facebook, but I saw some video of a places where they've done that. They put, paintings on the side of grain elevators, and it was really neat. So that's exactly what I thought as I drove by that this morning.
I've got a nephew who's currently in New Hampshire. He could just do that.
Well,
and it wouldn't bother him a bit to hang off 200 feet, on a scaffold either. He's just the guy to do that. But man, it's one of those things I can't do by myself. You can't do by yourself.
No, I'm not the
Elizabeth
one.
couldn't do it by herself. But if it's a good enough idea, what a gift that would be to leave to the future, would it not?
That would be really cool.
Yeah. So there's always some big thing tomorrow.
Right. You heard it here first.
Yeah, that's right.
Who knows what could happen?
Okay. So what else do you have about the Arts Council that you want folks to know? I know you'd love to have more members come help you do these things.
Oh, of course.
Volunteers on events. So give a little sales pitch on what that looks like at the Arts Council, and feel free.
Well, I will say this. We have a tremendous board that roll up their sleeves and they get in there and they help. I mean, Arts and Ales wouldn't have been possible without those folks. They're just the best of the best. And our members are also very faithful, very supportive. They show up and they help out whatever it is that we're up to. They are there for us, and we're so grateful for that. But the great thing about the Arts Council is that we really have all shapes and sizes of opportunities for people who are just looking for a small way to plug in, even if it's just keeping our doors open, you know, hosting folks that come into the gallery and just being a smiling face for those people who come in to visit our community. There are so many different ways that people can support the arts. And I really think, as I said before, it's part, and you have said, it's part of that community coming together that just really makes that such a wonderful shared experience and makes Abilene a great place to be. So I would encourage folks to stop by the Arts Council office in downtown Abilene. Our summer hours will be open Tuesday through Thursday from 8 to 4.
Right at the Sunflower Hotel, you can't miss it.
Sunflower Hotel, so anyone who's out and about and wants to find out more of what we're doing and what's going on, please come in. You might find yourself in the middle of an art class, which would be fun, and you can learn more about what we're doing. So,
Amanda Cormack, thank you for coming today. We ran out of time, didn't it go like that?
It sure did.
It sure did.
Yep.
What a great thing that we have the benefit of having in Abilene. Lots of people involved in making Abilene a great place. The Arts Council of Dickinson County is one of those organizations. We appreciate your support. For the Arts Council, we appreciate your support watching Eagle Communications Television. I work for Eagle. My name is Dennis Weiss. Amanda Cormack. She helps the Arts Council go and grow. Have a great day.